Hi, I'm Shawn Camp, head baseball coach at George Mason University. When asked what my fondest memory is of George Mason, it would I've had a lot of them because I've been here since I was a kid. But probably the biggest one was in 23-24 when we made it to a regional final. It's the furthest that the program's ever been. Coming through George Mason when I was a kid, coming back to my roots, life full circle, whatever you want to call it. I think that the biggest thing for me is the experiences that I learned in my life. I think the one thing I would share about my career at George Mason is if you really think about life becoming full circle, my life has become full circle. I went to school at Laurel Ridge, which is an elementary school right over across the street from George Mason. I went to high school at Robinson High School, which is right across the street, and then I was recruited as a student athlete here in 1995, for that matter. And I played here for 3 years, went on to get drafted, 18 years of pro ball, come back. And the one thing I'm really the most proud of, honestly, is, after 18 years of professional baseball, you could think someone's just going to hang it up and, move to Florida and, because it is what it is. But I came back and, I promised my father I would get my degree, and, I'm sitting in this chair and in the baseball department and being the head coach and being leader of men in a leadership position because of all the things that I learned and did, it's been a journey for me, and literally I think that the journey has just started from a coaching standpoint. We've got incredible athletes, we got great leadership at the top, and we're really doing the right things. And that is something that I learned from my time here at George Mason, from the people that sat across from me and taught me how to become a man. Got two beautiful kids. My son's going to be going to George Mason University and playing for me, which is an incredible feeling. My daughter hopefully plays soccer at George Mason. My wife went to George Mason, although she's 7 years younger than I am, but I never would have met her in this area. So it's been a really cool thing for me, and that's the one thing I'm proud about the most at George Mason.